shout in pain, but no one takes notice of my painful moments. Day in, day out, to the farm I must go. On my back I carry heavy loads. I have no time to go to school. Tell me, is this not child labor?
We have been implementing this project for now 5 years. We started in 2020. So our main goal of the project is to strengthen the capacities of all these people to address issues of child labor, forced labor, and human trafficking. So as we close and as we hand over to government, we are at a good place. The work is still a lot. Child labor evolves, it changes faces, human trafficking the same.
Government is ready to continue the project because we've already been given knowledge and we are able to sustain the project. There are some counties that we've identified that are not supported by ILO that will now be able to go and see how well we'll enhance their capacity knowledge so that they are able to mitigate and know how to address child labor issues.
We worked with ILO for the last 2 years, addressing issues of child labor in Kajiado, Nairobi, and Bungoma. And our role was to work with the county level structures, that is the Juvenile Advisory Committee, to empower them in addressing issues of child labor at the county level, and also engaging the county governments to integrate issues of child labor into the policy documents.
This has provided a very great opportunity for COTU, because already previously COTU has been having a child labor policy that was trying to bring on board issues of trafficking and forced labor. But that was an old document that was done about 20 years ago. So this program of CAPSA has provided COTU-K and its members with the right opportunity to leverage on already what we are working on as a policy COTU level and the new emerging issues. For the first time, we are engaging people from the ODPP, people from ANCAN, the civil society organization. So all their contributions that we have had, that have helped to enrich the capacity that was there for COTU.
The CAPSA project has assisted us in terms of capacity building. In 2012, they assisted us with capacity strengthening of our prosecutors, 70 prosecutors, who are our trainer of trainers on issues of children. So the training focused on child labor, is focused on human trafficking, and also other components that affect children, child victims and witnesses.
And already we will be launching the policy that was supported by CAPSA, by the Executive Board of COTU and the affiliate general secretaries. And when that program that policy is launched, it will now be the work of the affiliates to domesticate the same in their negotiated CBS. And that's going to give us a very good platform to defend the issues relating to trafficking persons, forced labor, and child labor.
The other thing is data management. We have our uadilifu case management system as the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution. And in it we have a subject on child labor and also on child trafficking and also human trafficking. That's one of the things that we will continue on, data management and data capturing. And also integration with other stakeholders is one of the things we are trying to see now. How does DCS data, the Directorate of Children's Services data, also talk to National Police Service now coming to us as ODPP and us coordinate to judiciary. So they are coordinated approach in terms of data management.
The ministry has employed the labor officers who are at the county levels, and a policy framework is implemented by the labor officers. They are the authorized officers under the law. They are the ones who will be able to enforce issues of child labor, where perpetrators who have been found maybe with issues of child labor, they are the ones who will be able to guide the prosecution agencies on how to prosecute the offenders.
With the Department of Children and Labor, we are really following up. And so many of the children who are in child labor, they are in child trafficking, and it's an offense. When you go to court, you can be imprisoned twice or given penalty twice.
CDTD has been one of the key partners of the ILO CAPSA project. During the life of the project, we have been able to achieve a lot of successes. And now that the project is coming to an end, we are seeing areas of collaboration and partnerships that can be expanded. One of the key areas is in the area of shelters. in the future, as part of the sustainability work, we should be able to continue activities around drawing of the policy, ensuring that the shelters are registered, also ensuring that shelter members are capacity built, and also ensuring that these shelters are well resourced so that they can be able to offer direct assistance to victims of trafficking and child labor and forced labor. In that sense, they will be able to speak up at the community levels and wherever they are, and that way they will confront the crimes that were committed against them, and they will help to change the society.
We're also looking at protection services for victims of trafficking as well as child labor, looking into being able to offer continuous medical support, psychosocial support, educational support, but also looking into economic empowerment because we want to address root causes of child labor, and poverty is one of them. So being able to do economic empowerment for vulnerable families to prevent children being sent to work, as well as vulnerable families who facilitate human trafficking, just be looking at their economic household status.
ILO has only given us an eye-open on the emerging issues as far as child labor and forced labor and trafficking is concerned. At COTU level, we've got an already existing program on migrant laborers, also handling the issue of trafficking. And already COTU-K has always been setting aside funds every year on the issue of trafficking persons, on the issue of child labor, and the issue of forced labor. Those are key issues that are affecting our affiliates, particularly affiliates in the tea sector, in the sugar plantation sector, in the coffee sector. They've already had that problem, those problems of child labor. So already funds have been set aside every now and then for the purpose of running programs in those sectors.
We also want to have a structure and system strengthened between Kenya and Uganda border so that we can see if those victims or survivors of child labor, forced labor, are found the other sides. What are some of the structures needed, required system for assisting this survivor?
We are very happy that in this training we have learned strategies of engaging partners. We have also learned about risks that we are likely to encounter when we're implementing child labor programs. So now we can be able to mitigate those risks, and we are now prepared to continue working on these activities even beyond the project period.
Within the means of education, we are going through child rights clubs, and we want children to have knowledge around issues of child labor and even distinguish between child labor and child work.